thank you guys all for coming. We've got Allie and Jared Tolman here today for Memorial Monuments. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Memorial Monuments is a headstone monument company. We were founded in 1979, and we've been servicing much of the Northwest since then. We started in a little town called Burley, Idaho, and from there it's just kind of continued to grow throughout Idaho, Utah, Montana. We've been servicing much of Wyoming, the north end and the west side, for years. And we've been looking for an opportunity where we can finally come and actually have boots on the ground. My wife and myself, and also we have Anthony and his wife back here as well, who have come out here to help us be able to better service the community, Cheyenne, and also Wyoming as a whole. So we're just excited to be here. We appreciate the warm welcome that we've felt from everyone within the community, within the chamber especially, and look forward to getting to know each of you. So thank you for coming out this morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Someone have any questions, or?
How'd you get in this business?
That's a great question. So the founder of the company is actually a good family friend of my family. So I started working for them when I was in high school. So after high school, I'd head over to the shop and I'd help them clean up with things. I'd work on like the monuments as well. And then I just continued to work with them through college. I really had no plans on being here long term. I just thought of it as like an after-school job in high school, a summer job when I was in college because I knew them really well. But as I continued to work through college, through my major, it was something that they wanted to hire me on because I do a lot of accounting and finance. That's what my degree is in, and it ended up being working out very well. So I love the company. I love what it is that we do. I love being able to service people in an industry that most people don't typically think of until it's time. A lot of people are kind of intrigued by what it is that we do, and so we like to be able to show people, have a small showroom like this, be able to show people what we can do. Traditional items, a lot of things more unique, whether that be in different kinds of carving, different shapes, different colors, anything we can do to best memorialize people's loved ones.
So you make other products too?
Oh, I mean, we do. Primarily it is monuments, but I mean, like at the Business Expo we did an address rock. We've done a lot of civic memorials. We've done things for parks, whether it's benches, signs. We've done Vietnam memorials. We've done large things for the military, different carvings. We're actually working on one right now that has helicopters and jets and the squadrons and everything like that. So pretty much anything out of stone and granite we're willing to take a look at.
So this is the showroom, and then all that other stuff is done off-site, the engraving, the design, or?
Yes, so much of like the stone, like the sandblasting and everything like that, we do have 2 production facilities in Idaho, and so majority of it is done there. As far as other lettering or other things like that need to be done here, we actually do have the capability to be able to do that here on site, actually in the cemeteries without having to remove people's markers away, and that's where Anthony comes in. He's really skilled in that area, so we are able to still get that done.
What kind of time frame, like, because I was looking at the address.
Sure.
I'd rather do something when it's not too late.
Yeah. and that's a really good point, because a lot of people, think it's something that we don't worry about until we have to worry about it for our parents and our kids worry about it for us. But we've seen a big kind of influx in people taking care of things well in advance, being able to get exactly what they want, so their kids don't have to worry about it. So everything's done and ready to go. So time frames, if it's like a stock thing that we have, the way the ordering process goes is, come in and meet with me or with Anthony or whoever's here in the office, we get an order placed. And then within 24 hours, you get a full color sketch, basically, of what it will look like once it's completed. If it's something that we have in stock and are able to start working on immediately once it's been approved, it will be installed in the cemetery within 6 to 8 weeks from that approval time. And if it's something that we have to special order, whether it's something like on some of these back pictures that's a special cut or something like that, that time frame is 12 to 16 weeks. Again, that's from the point of approval once you give us a thumbs up to go. So, feel that it's some of the quickest that we have within the industry. Felt we have really competitive pricing, and then with the turnaround as far as sketching, being able to let people be able to order even from afar. If someone wants to call and email, and I live out of state, but I have a loved one I'm trying to get something for in Cheyenne, we can still work with them and be able to send things back and forth to where they're comfortable, and people can make as many edits as they want. There's no price increase or anything like that. We just want to make sure we get it right for people. So thank you.
So when people do order in advance, or well in advance,
Sure.
typically you make it and then they just store it in their garage or deposit it. When that time comes, I've already paid for it, and you'll make it then. How does that typically?
So there's kind of two avenues. So within the pre-need area, that's typically reserved for funeral homes. So funeral homes are a great resource for that. They'll typically have packages, pre-need packages. A lot of that includes, sometimes we'll tend to include a monument. If people want to come here and purchase one from us, we're more than happy to go place something in the cemetery. You'll have to obviously have a plot purchased. We don't really have the ability to keep storing things, and we certainly don't want you to have to store it. If you've ever tried picking one up, I don't really suggest it. So you have to have specialty equipment, and we do have that. So yeah, great question though. So most people will already have a plot already arranged, and we're able to place it in the cemetery.
The final date's just not there yet, right?
Final date is not there yet, and that's where Anthony comes in, able to get that all.
So you mentioned a lot of states in talking about the area that you cover. What area exactly do you cover?
That's also a great question. We cover eastern sides of Washington and Oregon, the entire state of Utah, down into parts of Nevada, all of Idaho, all of Montana, all of Wyoming now, northern Colorado down to Colorado Springs, and then the western edges of Nebraska and the Dakotas. That's also been a really good thing to have for people to where they have family members out of state and other states, to be able to know they're still working, with our company, still able to have that face-to-face contact with people and know that we're still taking care of it, whether you work with us here or one of our offices in Montana or Idaho. You get the same customer service, you're still going to be talking face-to-face with people, and you can have the surety that we'll get it done right.
All the same name?
What's that?
All
Yes,
the same
all
name?
memorial monuments. I think we may have one in Pocatello called like Walker Monument, but it's all part of the Memorial Monuments brand. Yes, sir.
Do you want to share with the folks about the additional service you provide regarding grave liners and vaults?
Sure. Yeah, so another service that we do provide, we don't do this through the public, it's all done through funeral homes, but it's burial vaults. So what burial vaults are, they are concrete containers, if you will, where a casket is placed. A lot of value in the vaults, like the ones that we offer as a Wilbert line of vault, they're water and airtight. So anything that is placed within that, once it is sealed, set in the ground, is completely protected from all the elements. So it's good to know that your loved ones are placed in that they are free from all the other elements, whether it be dirt or water or whatever. But it's also good for the cemeteries in the communities because you don't have to worry about ground settling and things like that. The vault is very, very strong, and it is able to withstand tractors that go across the cemetery to help dig another grave or any other kind of equipment like that. So thank you for bringing that up. And again, those are all offered through funeral homes. So I don't know if there's any other questions. But if not, again, we'd just like to thank you all for coming out. We really appreciate it. And I look forward to getting to know each of you. So please, as long as you're not allergic to donuts and fruit, please, let's have some of the snacks we have here.